world, 50 in all. We only need 40 to collect as we get started here.
You wanna dig some candy?
Oh, it might be buried. Ganon might be sneaky with this candy hiding. And we just had a quick map check there, although I don't think bosses are incentivized in Triforce Hunt. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, a boss could have a Triforce piece, of course, but there's no reason to get them.
Yeah, so for those of you, for no seriousness, this is a Triforce Hunt 40 out of 50. This is, of course, a custom seed because you can't actually normally do a 40-50 seed. So what we're doing here is essentially we're opening chests. We're looking for Triforce pieces. I think there might have actually been resprited here. We'll see in a little while. There's a hammer from Uncle.
I think this was a standard seed accidentally.
Yep, there is a Triforce piece right there. So no, they are not changed with sprites, but we need to collect. There are a total of 50 of them in the overworld across all of the locations we can hunt. We only need to collect 40 of them to win.
Yeah, just 40 Triforce pieces and win. Once we collect the last Triforce piece we need, we get teleported to the Triforce room.
Correct. We don't have to see Ganon at all, and even if we wanted to go see him, he's invincible. He won't be killed. He wants his candy. He will deny you the candy with everything he's got.
Okay, that dig doesn't give us any candy, but we can catch some candy.
Oof, Etium there accidentally, or rather, did not get there in time.
Okay, and digs up a fairy.
And is that a medallion I just saw in Aghanim's Lumberjack Ledge? Ooh, that might be required.
I didn't look at the Lumberjack Ledge, but I saw a Triforce piece for some more candy on the library.
That's right. So you at least know where 2 of them is. That was interesting. 341 from Etium's game. I guess digging does miss the time. That's an interesting little bug.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Well, if you think about it, you're not supposed to have that shelf until you have Dark World access in the vanilla game, so probably was an oversight on the coding part aspect of the game.
Yeah. I only know from those mini games that the BMOS uses the same value.
Hello there. We've been finding quite a few things here. We have a glove over on Ninjembro. We just found the flippers on Etium's. And the bow.
Okay, Stagger Eagle.
And the Moonpearl, alright. Dark World access to cheat. And we even got a bottle for the sick kid.
Yeah, very many things. And another Triforce piece. And another blue mail.
And some blue mail. And in case it's not obvious there, you might notice that Link's eyes are a little red. That's because we're actually playing as Demon Link for this Halloween spirit. Link doesn't really know how to dress up that well, apparently. And yeah, those triangles are what we were looking for.
Yeah, that number just 2 right now. We will need a few more.
Should be up to 3 actually if we go get the one from Race Game. So yeah, nice early start so far. And there's where the cave was. We missed it in the chicken house. It's hard to keep track of 4 feeds though. I will concede that.
Yeah, 4 feeds, and we are trying to find the Triforce piece that is missed.
Merchant selling a piece of the Triforce. He's probably pawning it off as candy. He doesn't know any better.
Yeah.
Just a nice golden wrapper. And unfortunately, I missed entirely what was at Sick Kid, so hopefully we're gonna see Ninja Bro check.
Okay, I currently don't see that much.
We're hearing stuff. It looks like...
Yeah, the restream is still going, only the commentary stream isn't.
Yep. Having a little bit of an issue, but we can at least hear it. So it sounds like Data World just got his blue mail along with those Triforce pieces that were in the Blind's hut. And is now leaving. Outside now. I can tell this from the sound effects. This is amazing. That was the merchant purchase, so he's up to another Triforce piece. I think this is a kid. Yeah, it's a kid. Don't know what that was.
That sounded like an item. We'll see it in a few moments. Oh, Triforce piece.
Alright. I'm only going off my ears right now.
Yeah, we don't have any visuals right now. The comm stream is sadly spooked.
Alright, I'm gonna get up to the actual stream. I'm gonna be a little bit behind it, but better than nothing at this point.
There's a Triforce piece in the back of Escape with a key and a map, so nice.
Let me get my
Ooh, we see stuff.
Alright, there we go. We got our visuals back. Sorry for the delay, folks. And yeah, looks like we found bombos on the way somewhere. Thank you to our trackers, by the way. Hey, let me get the names up here. Sinhee and Shandis for keeping all those items up today for us while we were unable to see.
Yeah, if you saw anything that they missed, give them some love and help them out. And we just saw 2 Triforce pieces in the back of Shashra's closet.
And one of them was just
candy.
Dropped in the water as well.
Cannon is really random with his placement of candy. So with the modems have a lot of candy as well.
Yeah, let's see what Mini Moldorm's got for us. We're seeing it our first look here. ATM putting that bow to good work.
Fight, bring out the bee. And the bee goes off screen, leaving him with 1 Moldorm.
And there's a Triforce piece on the front of the NPC. And for those just tuning in, this is 50 Triforce pieces in the pool, but we only need 40 to win. So there's extras. However, for all we know, all those extras might be in Ganon's tower. We don't know.
Hey, that could be one of those Triforce pieces directly on pedestal. I'm sure someone would like that.
Yeah. So basically, roughly 25% of the item pool is those Triforce pieces now. And as a result, we're going to be a little bit more starved on rupees, a little bit more starved on bombs and arrows. But all the important items are still in the pool, and I don't even know what the hint system would do with Triforce Hunt.
I think there's a hint text for them. I just don't know which one. I could quickly pull that up.
But yeah, when they get that 40th Triforce piece, it's an auto win, instantly teleported to the Triforce room.
Okay, I just checked the code for the hint text, and apparently the Triforce piece just gets referenced as the Triforce piece.
Alright. Oh, hello there!
Oh.
Data World, able to reflect on his decisions so far with the mirror.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see if he decides to beat the dungeon if there is no item on Armors.
Oh, mirror won't help him in the dark, except for trying to get back to the start.
Yeah, but how would the mirror bring you back to the start if you can't see it?
Alright, Data World's gonna get this chest here, the big key chest, only having a map for us here in Eastern Palace. Meanwhile, we're seeing double play flipper action on our right 2 feeds here.
And the Jambro going into the Dark World.
Good play. Alright, so we do not need to enter Swamp, Skullwoods, or Turtle Rock, but
Why
at
do we
least
not
those
need to
2
enter
of
them?
those, well, they're pendants first off, but 2 of those are some of the more lucrative. Oh, I just realized I made it dumb. I didn't realize they rope head flippers. I forgot already.
What are flippers anyway?
Anyway,
We found Red Mare and Half Magic in the waterfall. That's 2 nice items that we maybe won't even need.
those are pretty good safeties to have, yeah. But yeah, getting back to what I was saying, Swamp and Turtle Rock. Not the 2 most ideal dungeons, but they're also 2 of the more item-dense dungeons as well. They can help be holding all the Triforce pieces themselves. Speaking of which, Ninjurmo just finding one in Skull Woods. And it looks like the boots, yes, they are on the Zora ledge. Nice little speed boost to have for the seed. And boss down for Data World, only getting a heart container for it, but another crystal.
Yeah,
or our first crystal, rather.
Just 6 more, we can get our 20 Triforce pieces from Ganon's Tower.
That's right. There is a good chance that Ganon's Tower might have it, although I think it's weighted more so to be pre-Ganon's Tower than post. I don't know if that change is still in play, though. I think that was earlier.
I think there are between 0 and 15 trash items in Ganon's Tower.
Well, the Triforce pieces are part of the goal, so I'm not sure if they count as trash items, but we'll figure it out later.
Yep. Maybe the only other Triforce piece we find is on Pedestal, and someone decides, okay, let's grab that one.
Yeah, at least there's 10 extras, so a little bit more likely that Ganon's Tower is not the play. But at the same time, at least you don't have to kill Ganon.
I want to kill Ganon after he's stealing all the candy and hiding it in chests.
Oh, we have a little bit of a customizer seed break here. Nothing too major, because we do have the mirror and we do everything. The pinball room doesn't have its small key like it's supposed to.
Yeah, I think that was made so that the logic allows you to put stuff there. We just need to remember our lovely generator next time to put a key there when they do a customizer seed.
Yeah. It doesn't really check for that logic for the keys.
No, it's more so that in the normal, we just put one there.
Yeah. Also, if you ever want full magic dash bonk that tree, it's actually got one in it. It's one of the nicer spots. Really nice to know if you're gonna struggle against Moth.
Yeah, and I recently found out that you could even just use Quake to get some full magic from the tree.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I never knew that. I never tried it, why should I?
Alright, so now we see Etienne inside Eastern Palace. We'll be getting the mirror eventually. Files now going through Skull Woods, Dinjimbro, checking Sea House, and I think Data World is on their way to Darkhold as well. Another Triforce piece found. And those counts on the HUDs there for each of our runners, those are how many pieces they have found out of their goal. So currently, Files is with 10, Etienne with 11, Data World only with 9, and Dinjimbro also at 11. So it's a tie between our upper right and lower left feet. And we found a sword in Thieves Town.
Yeah, 6 minutes in, we finally found the sword. Bad seed. We want 50 minutes worth of seeds every time.
And Files is soft locked. Yeah, that's why the key's there in every single time in A Link to the Past randomizer when you're not customizing the seed. Because things like that can happen.
Yeah, will be interesting to see how many of the runners will see that and will be like, where's the key?
Yeah, that's usually why I start with the far left hole. Because that way, if nothing else, I can get grabbed by the wall master. But I do that anyway because it's a more convenient route.
Yeah, if you got any reason to go for the back, as you can do, sometimes it's okay to go there, right? But you usually won't do that.
And Data World's going through the front door, so this will work out for them because they will be stuck in the pinball room. Oh no. Okay, that is avoiding the pinball room, so there's nothing in there. I think it's just a map.
Checking the bumper ledge, we will be able to get that if we need. And it's a Triforce piece, so we might want that.
Yeah.
Remembering, hey, kill that nut.
Yeah, killing that Dacto there because the Dacto will actually snipe you. And that's in a Triforce piece held by someone friendly. Well, I already found one. It was on the Mini Molder NPC.
Well, we also, I think, found one from the bottle vendor. Wanna have a few more from them, like Saraswala?
Yeah, there's just a lot of Triforce pieces just in the pool. We also have a shield for all 4 runners now. And yeah, those Dactos hurt a lot. Oh! And apparently so does the contact damage from those Moblins. RIP.
We already are up to 12 Triforce pieces on side screen, while everyone else has 11 at this point. And I think we are going to see some Hype Cave in a few moments.
Yeah, that would probably be a good thing to find. Although, there is something to note. We have a pendant swamp. I want to go back to that for a second here. What item are we missing for our full clear pendant swamp?
Hookshot. What should we even quickly it anyway? We don't need that.
We don't need it, but
we just need the Triforce pieces out of the bag.
Yeah, this can be anywhere. Although, Data World will have no issues with combat anymore finding the silver arrows in Hype Cave.
Boring.
I mean, if I had an option between our current equipment and silver arrows against Vitreous, I would do silver arrows every single time.
Hammer's fine too.
And we're gonna see Data will check the hint here.
Yeah, I see myself very often checks that hint. It's nice. A heart container in the dark. Probably in place of darkness somewhere.
Could also be Hyrule Castle. There is one item in
one
the...
against 4, I think.
Yeah. For all we know, there could be police in both locations, then the hint is truthful in both regards.
Data could,
And whoa!
The swamp.
Okay, let's backpedal a bit here. Data World looks to be entering Swamp Palace without the hook shot.
He pretty much just didn't check this before. He could now decide, hey, I want to go in there. But he doesn't. Goes for minimal NPC instead.
Baiting me. I don't like that, Data World. You're baiting me. Meanwhile, Ninjambro has defeated Blind the Thief. And Data World's now about to check this mini Molder Cave. And there's yet another bottle in Thieves Town. And Etienne finally has the hammer and finally has Darkhold access. That has to feel good. I'm actually surprised here, though, that none of our runners with that hammer decided to do a hammer escape play. Although, didn't have the mirror at the time, so it would be fairly slow.
Yeah, but still, it's a good player, especially early on in the siege. If you get the hammer from Uncle or sword, bombs, or anything, just go for it. It's not that hard, and it gives you a few items early on that you might miss otherwise for a long time.
That was the long digging game, but it was worth it for that Triforce piece there on Ninjambro's end.
I don't know, I don't want candy that was under the earth.
It's in a gold wrapper, don't you notice? It's fine. Speaking of what's fine, we're actually going to see the Hyrule Castle play from the team, and there's a sword there!
And the Triforce Peach was in the big chest of Thieves Town.
Well, everyone's going to be getting that. It's our hammer's part of our Darkhold access, unless they don't, dive Thieves Town. Octoballoon not tagging Data World there at all. Good movement. Alright, blind fight now for Files. Setting up for the scripted fight. Looks like it's in a good pattern. We do have a Triforce piece in Hyrule Castle. Yeah, this is textbook here. First hit every single time. Ooh, got away from him a little bit at the end, but overall, great blind fight. Tell the only compass on him, and Ninjambro now with the silver arrows. Oh, there's our hook shot.
Okay, anyone feeling some swamp?
I mean, swamp is 6 items. We could have 6 Triforce pieces there. Or it could lead us to our next bit of progression. Could have our Titan's Mitts, could have our Fire Rod. Although, I don't think our runners are interested in a Fire Rod right now.
Well, it would bring us closer to the 10 Triforce pieces in Gen's Tower. That will definitely be there.
No, 12 Triforce pieces. Make it forced. Anyway. Etienne going through the dark rooms here to the dark maze. It doesn't look like... They probably got the item, but I didn't see what it was. So, probably nothing important.
if it's either if it's from the green palette, it could be anything yellow, which would include Triforce pieces and the medallions and a few other things, like the Titan Smiths.
And yeah, we might have people here who are still not unaware. But yeah, Triforce Hunt, it's... You don't have to do again at all. You just... Like I said at this beginning of this cast, he's just chilling in his pyramid, hoarding candy, like the evil little pig he is.
Yeah,
And
he's
he
searching
just...
the back entrance.
And just to spite us, he shot out of the Triforce and hit it all across Hyrule. Lucky, unfortunate for him, that's what we're after.
Yeah, the Triforce will bring us into the room, and that will have a lot of candy for us. The boots are in plain sight, and Jambros doesn't have them yet.
And Etium has delivered the old man is now on Death Mountain. This is currently not in the logic of the seed, but depending on what we find here, we can figure out what is our intended requirements. If we find the lamp, we need to find the flute, and vice versa.
Well, we don't need to care so much about the logic, because the Triforce pieces are not hidden with the logic.
That is true.
Data were coming up here as well, but he doesn't have the hookshot. He will not be able to do a hookshot cave, and there's some fire rod
Speaking
in
of fire rod,
Spectacle Rock.
a boomerang is in Mimic Cave. So if you want to have a stunning item, there you go.
But we got the hookshot already.
And you know what? With everything we have, we're missing Ice Rod and Flute for full dungeon access, depending if Bombos is required for both of Misery Mire and Turtle Rock or not.
Well, then we should find those really quick, because we want some Triforce pieces on Gun's Tower and on Pedestal.
Actually, now that I think about it, we're only missing one medallion. I think it's Ether. I think Quake was at Lumberjack. Check. You can reinform us of that. We only got a brief glimpse at it.
Data will just try to hover there, and didn't got that far.
Yeah, hovering is kind of difficult on console. There's a little bit of input delay. And it's multiple it's multiple frame perfect inputs and releases. And there we go. We found our third sword now in Paradox Cave. So that is going to be tempered for the runners who have went to both Escape and Blinds.
Well, there is no one that did that yet.
And we're actually seeing files diving into Thieves Town. And there's our Titan Smiths on the mountain.
3 Triforce pieces in Paradox Cave top.
Alright, so Etium finding the means to check the rest of Dark Death Mountain as well. And a nice hammer jump from Ninjembro as well.
Hey, do you wish we would have the seed to on Ganon? Oh, hey, Triforce piece on the floating island.
Yeah, they can get that as well. Actually, yeah, they can get that. Never mind. I was like, wait. Yeah, they can get it. They don't need the hook shot for that.
Well, Atrium has the hook shot.
And it is Quake to enter Turtle Rock.
If there would actually be enough Triforce pieces behind Turtle Rock, that would be dumb. Really dumb.
Well, first off, it can't be enough Triforce pieces at all. But it would be kind of dumb to have like all 5 the items being Triforce pieces.
I have the 5 items in the Triforce pieces.
I think it'd be dumber if all the pieces are in Ganon's tower, but Misery Mire also required Quake. But we're still missing the flute and the lamp to even have logical access on the mountain to begin with, so we shouldn't have that information at all. There is our final sword!
Okay, we got our swords. Can we find a few more Triforce pieces as well?
A magic
Powder.
powder as well. Ooh. Alright. I like what it sees throwing down here. We have the other runners in pod. It doesn't look like there was anything too important in there.
And that's him definitely saying, hey, I want that Triforce piece from the floating island.
Well, yeah, that'll put them up to 17 out of 40. Once again, folks, you can see how the progress each of our feature 4 here has on the goal. And these are not the only runners, I believe. I think we have another 4 or 5 in off-stream, or at least off this restream, who are also racing this seed.
So we got all our runners on 17, and right as I say that, Ninjambro finds his 18th piece. Almost at 15% of the needed collection.
Actually, that's a good question. Did Data bail on Paradox Cave?
They didn't got the Titans with. They don't have the 3 Triforce pieces out there.
They don't even have the swords!
Bad. Oh my god.
I think what Data World did was check the hint and then left. Because they wanted to reclimb the mountain. Etienne, however, could have done that and then used the hook shot to go to east side of the Death Mountain. Or, actually, no, it's the Hebrew Mountains in Light World.
Data World at least went up to Hera, I think. I saw him in there.
Yeah, he went up to Hera, but didn't clear the dungeon.
Yeah, could have used the hammer to get over to the east side, but that's unfortunate for now.
Oh, and we're getting informed that there was no bombs in Data World's hands either, which is also unfortunate. There are bombs in Hera. There's a guaranteed bomb pod in the 3 hard hat beetle room near the start.
And there's even one more if you are on the screen where everyone bomb jumps, but I fail it every time.
And yes, folks, just as a reminder, this is a customized seed because you cannot normally have 40 out of 50 as a Triforce hunt on goal. It's usually based on the difficulty, so this is customized purely in the sense that for the goal.
Well, the change in difficulty was removed a few versions ago. Before that, the 40-50 was, I think, for expert. And no, there are no items customly placed. We only added that price pool to say, hey, those 40 rupees, bombs, and arrows are not needed. We put some Triforce pieces in there for them.
Alright, so Data World will be entering Thieves Town, looks like. Etienne, though, I think, is sitting real good here. Decent amount of Triforce pieces in about halfway to the goal already. And it is and not only that, well situated in terms of combat. Doesn't have the silver arrows yet, but that's going to change, I expect.
Yeah, I will expect him to go to Hype Cave. It's 5 items. And in Triforce Hunt, you don't want to go for the 1 item spaces. You want to get to the clusters of 3 or 4. Just to have those Triforce pieces a bit more frequently.
And there's Data World with his first sword. So it's been hard to keep track of all 4 of our runners, obviously. Figure out where they've walked over each other. So let's look ahead here. We have not seen Swamp. We have not seen Ice, and that is also in Logic.
Well,
We have not
in
seen the background of
logic,
Skull Woods.
you would need the lamp to actually make that in logic because the oh right, we got the bombers early on. So yeah,
That's right.
I am dumb.
Although the Titans were on the mountain, so you're
Yeah.
still right.
I'm wrong while being right. I like that.
And yeah, our 4 swords were in Escape, 2 in Paradox. No, 1 in Paradox, 1 in Hookshot, and 1 in Thieves Town. First chest. Files, even without a lamp, gotta go fight in Helmazor King. Broke
Yeah,
the mask,
this will be his
and
second crystal.
1 little silver arrow to the face. And it insta-kills Helmazor King because Helmazor does not have more than 100 HP. Only 2 bosses had that right, and that is Vitreous and Ganon.
Well, Ganon is a bit different. The silver arrows do actually a custom amount of damage to Ganon, so that's not 100.
Did not actually know that.
Yeah, I think it's 24
okay.
damage from
There's
Ganon.
our
Also
okay.
flute.
Okay, we're back on sequence for the thing. So Ice is now in play because we can flute up to Death Mountain now.
Yeah, I think the other 3 that already gone to here didn't have the rupees back then, so they don't have.
And that is now an isolated item for them. That is also required because of Misery Mire.
Well, it's required because Misery Maya, and we got 10 or more of pieces in Gan's Tower.
Potentially, yes. It's required at least to check Ganon's Tower for any sort of massive amounts of trophies. And Files is now in Escape. We'll get the Master Sword. There is also a Triforce piece in Escape, at least 1. And Jimro's gonna pick the one up off the library. And it's not as easy as at least most of these runners would think. A couple of these runners, Data World, I think, specifically, has already dipped into Palace of Darkness. So there's really no reason to head back that way, except for Catfish. And to clear the dungeon.
Well, our runners hope that they don't need to clear the dungeons at all. We hope they need to clear all of them because there are enough Triforce pieces hidden away.
And we are upgraded to a Fire Shield in Data World. What nice to have against Blind. I think Blind's already down for Data World. Yeah. And Files setting up a Death Warp here because Files has not been to Eastern to get the mirror.
At least he got the hook shot. Once he's in Eastern, he will find out, okay, I can do Swamp Palace. Also, Data
And Ninjuro
is finishing.
also without the mirror.
Data now checking the North Dark World after finishing Seastone and getting the items out of there.
Alright, what's about the pose here today? It's 20 rupees.
Another big 20 for Data World.
It's see him gonna get the Tri-First piece here at Bumper Cave. Man, they've just been all over the place, but I think with everything we've been given, I think the sea wants us to go to Ice, to Swamp, start looking in there. And we know Turtle Rock is not in play unless we defeat Agro 1, because up there at Lumberjack is Quake Medallion.
She could also want us to go towards Wizard Maya. We got the flute for that from Zora.
But for all we know, Misery Mire could be Quake as well. This could actually be a forced Agassiz if we have at least 11 Tri-Force pieces locked behind Quake. And that is a fairly good amount. Now, given that we have Mire, Turtle Rock, and Gigantus Tower.
Well, Maya, Turtle Rock, Pedestal, and Gansaw.
That is true. That is true. Cannot deny that. We'll see how things go. Files returning the old man. Data World entering Escape. Will soon be given the Master Sword. As well as the hook shot. And hopefully with that hook shot, Data World will remember East Side of Death Mountain. Because Data World forgot to go there, and thus forgot another sword,
And
as well as the Titans and the Titans. And speaking of swords, there's the gold sword for Etium. Has found all 4.
And Ninja World now also got the mirror, will be able to go to many more places.
And the Fire Rod will be claimed here by Files.
Data just didn't pick up the key from that guard. He left it lying on the ground. He knows he doesn't have to open any key doors after this one, so it's fine.
Yeah, that's actually perfectly fine. Alright. So now we see Ninja Bro getting through the escape. 3 runners in the mirror. Files looks to be heading to Eastern Palace. This is good for Files, because that is where the mirror is, in the big key chest.
Yeah, and with that mirror, they will be able to go to swamps with 6 items. Go to, of course, they can already go to Ace once they are on top of the mountain. With 3 more items, so there are a lot of items for us to get.
That's right. Dataro getting the item out of the base dark. We've not been able to tell what that item is, unfortunately. So the story of the seed thus far is you really, really want to go to Zora.
Well, you want to go to Zora because you can move around by now. But if it's required, we just don't know.
Well, the flute's required to go to Misery Mire. It's just nice to have, and logically, it's also blocking our Titansmiths.
Well, we could still have like lamp on Agina or something like that to give us another way up the mountain.
That is also true. So, regardless, the play is to get the Titansmiths and the mirror flute and the mirror. Might actually be going to desert, actually. Now that I think about it, because now we have. Because I just realized we have all the pieces for desert access combined across our runners: the mirror, the Titansmiths, and the flute.
Yeah, we got access to desert as well with 2 items only. It's not that much, but
I'd say it's a fair few more than 2. We have the item outside on the ledge, which is 3. Then we have a Candy Samari inside pod. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, I didn't notice it on the 2 runners that already got it. But
Yeah.
we got some trackers that make sure that we don't need to care. They do. They look out for us and make sure that we got everything.
Yeah, but like I said, we still have the item in Mire. on the desert ledge. We have the item in Checkerboard Cave. We have the 2 items in the shed, as well as potentially 2 more items in Misery Mire that we can access if we need bombos.
Well, we of course need Quake because there must be enough property to spend Quake.
Well, it could also be Ether, and we have no idea where the Ether is. Quake is at least at Lumberjack Ledge, and no one wants to see Quake being required. Well, maybe chat, but not the runners.
Well, we could find the book, check the pedestal, and find out, hey, Ether is on pedestal.
That is actually a legitimate play for the logic. I won't deny that.
Chat also finds out that Daryl Prentice will give us access to the Permanent Ferry.
Oh yeah, because it is our 5-6. Yeah, which is another 2 items. So yeah, I think the play is to go to the desert. The only runner who's even close though is Ninjembro, who is on Death Mountain right now.
Yeah, Etiom is probably the second closest, but he still needs to find that flute, and that is going to take some time.
Yeah, the flute is all the way on the Zora King. And we saw something fairly interesting earlier with Etium actually skewing the timer somehow. I'm gonna ask if they knew about that and were showing it off.
I'm quite sure that no one knew about that. I will actually ask some developer after this what happened there.
I'm gonna make sure to ask Etium in the interviews. Anyway, Data, we're going to dive into the darkness of Pod. Does have the fire out to light this up so we can see what the items down here were. Big key. I think this was a Triforce piece? No, it was a small key.
Small piece.
For some reason, for those who missed it, Etienne dug once in the race game, and it skewed his timer to be like 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's quite hard to not beat that race game in 3 minutes. Then Zambro missing that bomb jump. I hope they will not try it again.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Driver's piece in the big chest. A pod. And our Smiths today giving us a lot of cash.
Well, we can buy a lot of candy with it, but I would like to find the candy right now.
Yeah. It's a shame the Gan is hoarding the majority of it.
Yeah. Do you think we can bribe Ganon to give us some candy?
Nah. The Triforce pedestal's in his... The Triforce podium's in his back room. We'll just make a wish and then get in his house that way. He won't keep us out of the candy forever. Oh, is that a medallion in the big chest of Hera? I think that was our Ether medallion.
Man, I want to want the Ether medallion on pedestal right now.
No.
Right.
It was yellow, so I mistook it for an item.
Shed says Triforce piece, so I believe Shed. Shed never lies.
Yeah. Alright. Dancing with the Moldorm there on the Jimbro's end. And Data World is making the dive into Swamp. Files, though, now with the Titan's Bits in hand. Ninjembro, the first one of our runners to defeat Moldorm. And we're getting somewhat close to the end of the seed here, folks. So,
Yeah, we almost are at 30 pieces, which is 3/4 of the pieces we need.
that's right. And then Jimbo is getting close to finding all of the secrets in the seed. Just having the seed blown wide open. Has the Titan's Myths now. Or will soon have the Titan's Myths, rather. If his files picked them up. That was my mistake.
Yeah.
And files will soon be on Gold Sword. And they'll now wonder, well, where do I go now?
Well, for Data World, the next point to go is apparently Swamp Palace, where he is right now.
And, Files? You okay there?
I mean, yeah. Apparently, Link is a bit too angry for him.
And yeah, for the brief moment here, folks, as I want to mention this, 4 runners with 4 different swords. Nice point out there in chat. Although, unfortunately, that's about to change. Oh, it already has changed. Alright, so the water is being risen here on the west side of Swamp. Don't recall if we ever got a hint for left side, but it's done. The chest that requires a specialist to unlock has
damn.
our lamp.
So fruit is our logical access to the Death Mountain area.
Yeah, because that lamp is Titan's Myths locked. And our Myths, as we've just discovered on Ninjembro's end, are in Paradox Cave. Going through Super Bunny right now.
First piece on the left side of Swamp.
Then we're about to get the news that Quake is required for Turtle Rock.
Yeah, he knows now that, hey, I do need to beat Aghanim if I want the pedestal.
More important though, Ninjembro doesn't have the hook shot. He's gonna at least pick up Tempered here, but can't get anything the other goodies like the magic powder.
Well, he could get them. It would just require a lot of frame perfect inputs.
Yeah, a lot of frame inputs when you have input delay on a emulator. Yeah, that's not gonna happen anytime soon.
Also, we are over 30 traffic pieces on Etium's side right now, so getting closer and closer to the end.
Yeah. More importantly, though, is Ninjembro does have the Titan's, does have the mirror, does have the flute. Could start checking Desert, could start checking Mire.
Yeah, a lot of places we haven't seen yet.
And if Mire is Quake, that locks GT behind Aga 1. And Ganestar has at least 20 potential items for us. Or, no,
And
that's total chests.
we just found the book in Swamp Palace. So, wanna check the pedestal?
Alright, Ninjembro, where are you heading? Meanwhile, Argus being fought by Data World doing spin strats. Need some nice double pulls here. Ninjembro will be showing its Misery Mire. Alright, this is the moment of truth, folks. Is Misery Mire locked by Quake? It is
Ether.
not. It is Ether. Try
Okay,
first
and
pizza
just
on Argus.
yeah, there were a few. Yeah.
So Aga might as well be dead.
Okay, there's another Triforce Peach in Misery Mire. Not Misery Mire, in Mire Shed.
Yeah, and look at Ninjimbo's count. 33 out of 40, 7 away. Data Roll, only 10. Achievement 9 away. Bios, only at 11. It is Team closing the gap now at 9 as well. This is anyone's race.
And is the comment screen broke again?
I might be, maybe. Yeah, it's super broke. I don't even hear audio this time.
Well, then let's have some stuff. 30 seconds
no.
after stuff happens.
The audio's back. Hang on. Let me refresh. Oh, still broke.
Yeah, I poked some people, so maybe we'll get it fixed soon.
And in the meantime, I'm switching over to watching on the stream.
Well, that's also frozen.
Oh, great.
No.
Hopefully you guys can still hear us.
Yep, the stream can hear us. I just checked the audio. So we are commentating 4 pictures that don't align between the things you see and the things we see.
All right, so unfortunately, folks, we can't do much. So we're gonna have. So let's fill the air here then, Michael, with a little bit of theory here. Where do you think the last of our Triforces that we are gonna get are at?
I think Arena.
You think in Agina? I'm gonna say they're in Gannis Tower.
I think we are still quite a few ways from there, and we already found a lot. So we probably will find some stuff till then.
I mean, we found both swords. Ninjambro, before we lost the visuals here, is the only one with the flute, so the only one who has checked Misery Mire. We don't know what he has found yet.
Well, we can hear some dashing. I think that's meaning that someone is moving.
Yeah, we hear at least some audio, but we don't have any visual.
Yeah, we can't give you a good radio podcast right now.
Yeah, currently, I believe we have Data World's audio.
Yeah, it was there with audio the entire time, so I think we didn't change that.
And it's according to chat, and Ninjambro's found Ether, so can enter Misery Mire now. Alright, we're gonna get things ready back over in here, so we're hearing a boss of something. Oh,
And black.
we could be back here.
It looks like we will soon be good again. I hope. Chat says on Landmore, looks like data just exited Landmore when we got here. And we got some moving images, at least on Etium's side.
Yeah, looks like we
Data was
changed
just moving.
All right, so we're back
And
up and running,
moving.
folks. Those. So now we have Etienne with 34, or Data World with 32, Files at 32, and Ninjembro at 35. It's anyone's race at this point.
Yeah, just go to the perfect spot, find 5 pieces, and be done. Well, as there was a Triforce piece in Agina, I did call that, I think.
I think you did as well. And a Triforce piece returning in the green pendant. Etienne has defeated the
Ooh.
Moth. Alright, this is getting real close, folks. The race can be finished at any time at this point.
And I think there were at least 2 Triforce pieces in Palace of Darkness, so I think we'll find a few more.
Looks like Ninjaro's not gonna go into Misery Mire. I don't blame him, because there's only 2 items there. But I think the play is to... I think the play here at this point is to either die for cheat against Tower, or dive Turtle Rock, because Turtle Rock has a lot of items.
Well, we know that there are at least 2 pieces in Swamp Palace from what Data was checked earlier. So
there's also a piece.
Go for Zeus.
I don't think Ninjembro's going to, because Ninjembro, if you notice, has not been to escape yet. Does not have the hook shot. That's what the 4 sword is. That's where another Triforce piece is as well. And we do have 2 Triforce pieces locked behind Mola's. Suddenly, the data is 4 away.
But I think Ninjembro will shake Zeus as well soon, so he will be 3 away only.
This looks like we have a race here between Data World and Ninjembro. Stay tuned, folks. We might have a victor for you in just a little bit.
Well, it's also a race to with Etienne, who is also at 35.
Yeah, there's just a ton of things going on.
Ahead.
36 now for Ninjembro. Single arrow for the mushroom. Hey, at least we see all that. I'm okay with the C now.
Ninjembro going to get his lamb from the power chest in just a moment.
Data World. Oh no, Data World. Gonna check Catfish, and we'll mirror to check Zora. We'll finally have their flute, but is it too little too late for Etienne and Data World to make a comeback off that flute?
But once they are going over there, they will find a lot of things, and they might find the right things. And it looks like Ninjembro is going to check the Pyramid now, which will give him 2 more. And there was another Triforce piece on Catfish. Oh no!
But he's going to Paradox. There's 3 there.
Ooh!
And there's 1 more. Data World's actually in go mode.
Well, we can't really call it go mode. We just can say he's on his way.
He's not. Well, he's gonna be finishing soon. He's gonna be in the next 2 minutes. Data World has this.
Well, Ninjembro will find 2 more in just a moment, and afterwards might find 2 more somewhere, but I don't know where.
And Files is mirroring. We'll be getting the flute. So the flute helped Ninjembro a lot, but it did not capitalize on it enough, unfortunately, it looks like. And there's another Triforce in the basement. I completely forgot about that one.
Okay, so just 3 more chests, and he won.
I think he wins right here. I think there's 3 in these 5. 1, 2, yeah, on the right side.
And
He's done.
Just 1 more, and GG
GG.
to Data World, finishing this entire race in 1st place.
Yes, GG General, first place with a time of 1 hour, 4 minutes, 25 seconds, and the seed goes done and lol for him.
Yeah, the seed knows such comments.
GG's. Let's see if we can get him in here for an interview. Oh my goodness. That was so lucky of him.
Ninjambro right now checking through escape. I think
we'll
there was
give-
one in here and one in the dark sewers.
I'm not sure about the dark sewers. We never had the lamp there.
Well, this time we will be able to see it.
And we do have Data World ready for an interview. Let's go ahead and pull him in, shall we?
Yes.
Data World GG, and you've managed to get all of the Triforce pieces today.
Yeah, and I
Without the flute, I might add, which we do know where it is, if you're interested.
it's in either Zora or the back chest of Skull Woods.
Zora.
So
Okay.
couldn't be in the backside of the woods because Titansmith's because Lamp was in behind Titansmith's.
Yeah, I meant the vanilla big key chest. I skipped that one. So, but yeah.
Yeah, GG's to you. We were kind of worried here that it was going to be like all the Triforce pieces be locked behind Misery Mire and Turtle Rock, and you have to do Haga 1. But no, this scene was actually fairly tame.
What was on Lumberjack then?
Quake,
Craig.
Ah. All right.
which you needed for Turtle Rock, which you did not need for Misery Mire. That was Ether, actually. You did find
Yeah,
that. We didn't see where
for
we
Ether
didn't-
on Pedestal.
Yeah, we didn't see where Ether was, unfortunately. We had a little bit of a
Well,
hiccup.
we got Ether from somewhere in desert area.
Yeah, it was Desert Ledge.
Okay.
Okay, cool, thanks.
But one of the things you missed was the Butter Sword. Would you like to know where that was?
Yeah, tell me.
Well, we found the sword in Thieves Town. We found a sword in Escape. You probably knew about those. You also found the sword just before you finished in Paradox Cave. The last one was in Hookshot Cave. And you
okay.
just got those Titans bits on at Paradox to check there before you won. And I'm not sure if you noticed, but even if you didn't have 4 Triforce pieces there in Paradox, there was actually a 5th on the floating island, so you were set.
Yeah, I got really lucky that so many pieces were weren't locked behind mids, because I can imagine other people diving Turtle Rock or, doing things that are more time expensive. But
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
example, Desert locked, I believe, 3 pieces or 2 pieces at least in Pyramid Fairy, which is very unusual.
Yeah, we never saw Misery Mire, Ice Palace, or Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
We once did saw Swamp Palace, and I think there were 2 or 3 Triforce pieces in there from you.
Yeah, 1 left side and 1 on Argus at least, and 1 in the big chest, so that's at least 3, yeah.
And yeah, just so you're an idea where your other feature 4 are, Ninjambro's 1 piece away, Etium is 2, and Files is 3.
Well, Etium is as well at 39.
I couldn't read the numbers right, but yeah. All of them also have gold stars, so they were up there on the mountain first.
Yeah, I kind of imagined that my route have been very similar if I hadn't died or I ran out of bombs. That was it on the way to Paradox Cave.
Didn't think to stop into Hera and grab the guarantee bombs in there?
No, I didn't think at all.
Yeah, a lot of people take the drop the 100% pots for granted in some dungeons. I know there's like 3 in the double fire snake, double Zac room, just after the hallway in Thieves Town.
Yeah, there are also 4 50-50 rocks on the Death Mountain, but I just wasn't thinking. The same with trying to do Kiki without the money.
And yeah, definitely hit the lowest part of the sea here with a 65-minute time. And Ninjambro is checking Ice Palace here. File is just getting another Triforce piece. All of our runners are essentially 1 away.
Yep.
And will there be 1 here in the first Pengator chest here in Ice Palace? Yes, there will.
Yes, yes.
GG to
Ninjambro.
Ninjambro finished in second place with a time of 1:09:37.
Yeah, the second place from region and the second place overall.
Man, what a seed this was though. There were quite a few strikers just scattered. We never, like I said though, never saw Ice Palace until then. Never saw Mine, never saw GT. Those myths were useless. Well, unless you wanted the lamp for some weird reason.
Well, I think there probably was some prophecies behind the lamp, so sure, why not?
Actually, at the point in which we discovered it, we had access to desert via flute, mirror, and titans So, with that combined with the fact there was 2 at Pyramid Fairy, which was huge.
But there was also the book that gave us access to it, which was, I think, in Swamp Palace.
Yeah, I wasn't sure we're in Swamp though. That's about when we lost our feed. Where was that Data World actually? Oh, he's not here anymore. Well, we got Ninjambro, so maybe he can tell us.
Yep.
Or not.
But Ninjambro didn't saw it, so GG Ninjambro.
Yeah, GG Ninjambro.
Hey, GG.
So, I just want to say this much. You were the only person to have the flute for a significant amount of time in this.
Oh, wow.
And Etienne finishes.
Etienne finishing on the catfish with a time of 1:11:15 and sniping a 4th place position from AK Driz with a time of 1:11:21.
I was going to go to Catfish and Pyramid had I not died in Pod. So
Oh, if you went to Pyramid Fairy, there was actually 2 there.
I did do Pyramid Fairy later. That's one of my last checks. And then I mirrored out to Hyrule Castle, and that's where I found, like, everything. Hyrule Castle was stacked with a sword and hookshot. I wonder how many people got that early.
Etienne did, actually. It was the first one.
Yeah. Pretty many people didn't go there for a long time.
So yeah, Data World here, the person who beat you, left the mountain for last for some reason because of bomb issues.
Oh, wow.
Ended up in his favor because there was listed like 5 there, just ready for him to collect.
Wait, where was that?
There was 1 in the lower part of Paradox, 3 in the upper part, and 1 on Floating Island.
Oh, yeah, I got there really late. Death Mountain and Hyrule Castle were like the 2 things that once I did them, I was like, wow, why did I wait so long to do these?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Titan Smiths were not required at all. There was actually even 1 in Desert.
Yeah, I did full clear Desert.
I said Desert. There's 1 in Swamp, and we are now joined also by Etienne.
Okay.
GG's.
How's it going? GG.
Also, real quick question. Am I crazy, or was Skull Woods a soft lock if you dropped in from the left side?
Yeah.
It's from Customizer. It's so you can play something else there than the key.
Because I thought they switched that back a while ago in the regular logic, but I guess in Customize that can still happen.
Yeah,
I did not know that.
In Customizer or no logic seeds.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, Etienne, I noticed you didn't get the silver arrows. We know where those are.
I got them.
Oh, they're not marked on your tracker here.
Oh.
But yeah, GG's to you as well.
They were in Hype Cave.
So,
right?
yeah, they were in Hype Cave. And we now know what was on Pedestal was a full heart.
Yep.
So, you never found the flute, actually.
No, where was that?
Zora.
Oh, that was literally my next check after Catfish.
When I got that, when I got the hint that said the boots is in plain sight, I was like, oh man, I should have gone to Zora earlier, but I didn't because I didn't have enough rupees.
Oh, I went there really early. I probably had them in like under 10 minutes.
Yeah, I probably didn't have boots until... Well, where was that hint? I'm trying to think of where that hint was.
I think
Swamp.
it was... Swamp. Eastern, I don't know.
I think it was Eastern. That sounds about right. Because I never touched Swamp at all.
Oh, and maybe it was Pod, actually, because...
Yeah, Pod
I
was
went
it.
to Eastern pretty early. I don't remember that hint there.
Okay.
Maybe it was.
I feel like every
Okay.
dungeon had some kind of item. At least most of the ones that I went into.
Yeah. Mothula was nice because he gave you a Triforce piece, didn't he? And then there was another one on the red or the green pendant.
I don't think Mothula gave one because according to my tracker, I got both items in Skullwoods, and that's when I got key locked, and I never went back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't have that happen.
Well, there's also 2 of them just straight up on Pyramid Fairy, so if you managed to use that book to go into Desert, which I think there was also one on the Torch.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think Desert
yeah.
had one.
I did get the book, and I was
And then
gonna
there
go
was
into
also
Desert,
one.
but it was like I have all kinds of overworld checks left, so those are probably better value than Desert.
Yeah, once I got the
also,
go ahead.
there was also another Triforce piece in Agina Cave, so a lot
Yeah.
of pieces went to go to Desert.
Yeah, I got that one. I think that was like number 38 for me or something, so I just had 2 more.
Yeah, that hook should actually open up the sea for you quite a bit. Unfortunately, those gloves kind of useless because, well, that world never got a use for the gloves before he finished.
I cleaned out most of Death Mountain except Turtle Rock. Good thing we didn't have to go in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
considering where the Quake Medallion actually was.
right.
Yeah.
And never found Ether, but that was on Desert Ledge, and that would have been your access into Mystery Mire had you found that.
Ah. Oh, I did see Ether on the ledge, but I skipped it because I decided not to go into Desert.
Yeah, when I realized I was essentially in go mode for a little bit of time, I thought about just like rushing all the dungeons because it was so close to being able to just get into Ganon's Tower where you can check like 800 billion chests.
Yeah,
But I realized I didn't have the hook shot yet, and then once I got my hook shot, I was already at like 37. So I was like, well, not doing that anymore.
No, Ganon's Tower is never on my mind because it's 40 out of 50, and chances are there's not, more than 10 in Ganon's Tower.
So, I'm gonna cut off here for a second here. We have had 5th place come in, Haunted Quest time of 1:13:36. We had a forfeit, and we had Cheater come in with 6 with a 1:16:22. And with only 8 racers left, this means Files will be in last, unfortunately, in this race.
Yeah, but at least we'll finish soon once he beats up Argus.
That is correct.
There it is.
Yeah, there's the time, but let's see the fight on the restream here. Argus going down fairly quickly already.
I think that once a while to beat that Argus instantly and finishes. Finishes in 7th place with a time of 1 hour 70 minutes and 58 seconds.
Yep, GG's to Files, the last of our runners to go through at 7th. But overall, a great time, I think.
GG, everyone.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, Files, unfortunately, I think pretty much last location. And I like this little look at this. If you notice there in Link's sprite, he still had the water or animation there on his sprite.
Yeah, it looks interesting.
Did you guys
Some-
have a bug when you tried to go to race game?
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. That was something
what-
I've never seen before.
I don't know what happened. I went there and it was like your time is 3.5 minutes or something. And I
What?
wasn't 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, we think
And
it's
he wouldn't
because
give
of
me
the.
Triforce piece.
We think
So I don't know.
we think it was because you actually used the shovel there.
Yeah,
the
I
shovel
was
is
trying
not
to
meant to
dig
be
for
there in
some
the normal
bombs.
cave, so I think you confused the game.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it worked. I went back later and I got it, no problem.
That's funny.
Yeah, I was trying to dig for bombs while I was going through the race game. That might have been why it happened.
Yeah,
I what did I have? I was I don't know why I didn't just like YOLO dig game. I was like, chances are it's probably going to be a Triforce piece or something, but I wouldn't actually checked it before doing it.
Yeah, I did that too. And then I was like, oh, there's so many Triforce pieces that it's a waste of time to check it. Well, I only beat 3 bosses. Most of the time I just mirrored out after I got all the items.
Yeah, I have 4. I have all the Light World, and then I have Blind.
So I'm not sure if Files will be joining us or not. I'm gonna ask him real quick.
But anyway, I'm going to head out of here. Thanks for the restream and the commentary, as well as the trackers. It's always appreciated to be part of these.
Thank you for racing. It's not nothing to go into the restream.
But yeah, GG's, and hopefully see you all here soon.
Yep. GG's to everyone in the race. Make sure to follow our 4 runners here as well. They put on an excellent race for us today. A very nice Triforce hunt. We'll be making sure to trick Ganon a little later because we do have another race at 9.
Yeah,
In which case,
Triforce
we will
is,
be trying to break into Ganon's house, take his candy, and win the game. This will be an open mode race.
nice.
So yeah, make sure to give our 4 runners a follow here. Make sure to also follow us here on Speed Gaming. We are on Speed Gaming 3 right now. Make sure to follow Speed Gaming 2, 3 through 6. And if you're more comfortable, or at least more coherent in French, Spanish, or German, we have restreams for you as well. Make sure to also follow my co-com, Michael K, our trackers, Shandis and Sinhi. And I guess you can follow me too. But that's going to do it for us here. So have a good Halloween, everyone. I have been Wolfling270, and we shall see you all next time. And thank you for watching. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.